For me this morning, I think I'm just going to rip through some 20s. Get some 20s done. We did some 22s and 23s last night. It was pretty fun. Black or cold's like one of the easiest keys, right? So.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I have a macro that's not working. That's not good. See if we lock shit in place. Not me, good. Okay. Two's not bad. Still gonna use a defensive, so should everyone else. Let's see. Mage shield was really good. You won't die for it. Let's go. Gotta pay attention to the size. Size big. DK thinks my my dispel is instantaneous. I don't think so. Or maybe you just trusted. I don't know. Trust is probably not the way. That boy's raging. Oh, I'm gonna get hit by that. That's gonna suck. Yeah, fuck. Storming into a fucking AoE every fucking time. I should be able to finish up that way. That's why I just hate storming, because like I want a cat form. I want a cat form so bad. All the time. It's okay though. It's okay. Stop the knife dance. Stop the knife dance. The only one that matters is knife dance. Like, no one gives a shit about anything else. Except for Cat now. Cat's a pain in the ass. Air Barrage. My sweet, sweet magey boy. I just hate raging on any of this shit. Like, it's not fun. You never want the cat to rage. I don't know if people use the fucking wall here. You can go here to just not get shot at. And obviously to hide from the next packs, but I'm not knife dancing, no thank you. What? Definitely hit you. Oh, raging. That's right. Can't stop him with raging, right? Gotta remember that shit. Go ahead and hide. Some fucking pro. So tomorrow, I think I'm going into mythic raiding with another group tomorrow, which will be kind of cool. Stop the knife dances, you weirdos. Get out of the brush. Kill the other one, yep. Good job, good job. Ooh. Don't burn the res on him if we're still in combat. Don't burn the res on him. I'm out of combat, sweet. Very forgiving key too, like there's not a lot of trash. Easy fucking pulls. That's not good. But alright. The other guy's dead, we're good. You can just jump up and down mid, you don't have to run around like that. Cast, jump, even if it's small stuff. That's perfect. That group right there knew exactly what they wanted there. Need a little more dedication, like some of these fights are just very simple if you do the mechanics right, and we goofed the mechanics like twice, so not a big issue, but can be if you do these higher than 20. I don't know if someone plus haste here, but or blessed, but holy shit, did a lot of damage right there. I don't know what stops we have here. I have mine, I guess. Good damage so far. This is the whole way to do it too. Pretty smooth key though so far. Like, there's some goofs, but like the timer is just so good. That's why people do these on like 27s, 28s, like very quickly. Let's sit here and wait to see if I got a master as anyone. Oh, this is safe. I'd rather just run up the stairs, not gonna lie to you. Should be going, let's go. Nothing to sick us. There you go. There's almost no healing here as long as people don't get sicked on. Like that's the biggest thing. Alright. That's the one. The fact that bats haven't stopped is kind of annoying. It's okay though. Taking a lap. I like it. Like it. I like this pool. I like this pool. This pool is good. We're actually gamers right here. So many stuns and shit going off, dude. This is good. Like this, I like the Death's Advance, I love it. The only thing I'd want here is the shield to come out during the first volley transfer. We'll see if we can do it. And then bait the blades to the wall. Not a hard fucking boss. Unless I'm getting fucking targeted right away. Trash basket. That needs to go to the wall. Didn't go to the wall, but it's okay. You're gonna see me every time he goes into his first Shadow Moon volley, it's like or Shadow volley, right? It's like the hardest hitting part in any dungeon. It just will slap, right? So me, I have to use fucking everything. And again, like certain people can run some really good shit here, but we'll see. Here it comes. Ironbark myself. Go into bear form. Eat a bunch of shit. I'm at the res the mage, but it's okay. That's why you gotta use defensives. That's a huge piece. And kill the stinging swarm. Or it burns my mana pool. Right. Perfect. Oh, had to beat that one. That was way better if we did. It's on me? I was gonna say it's on me. That's bad. Just little things like moving stuff in. Boss mechanics are huge. Like, if you don't know boss mechanics on a tyrannical league, like, it's going to feel rough. But it's okay. We got it done. Oh. I pulled 60k overall. That seems pretty good. So there was downtimes for me, but that's a dungeon that has a lot of downtimes. Alright, looking for the next key. That was a 2-chester? That wasn't bad. Black or cold, though. This is the first one I ever did a 23 on, and it was just... felt good. Next week, I've got to make this TOT like a 23. I'm gonna go for it. Dark Art Thicket, I guess. We'll just jump into another one. Ooh, checking IO. Got a guild invite. This is what we're about. He says Resto Druid. Resto Shaman. I'm going to be surprised. I would assume he's going to probably say LE or Elemental. Or LE or Enhance. Mostly Resto Shaman and Holy Pally. Ask him the question: are you willing to work with us when we learn raids and Mythic Plus? If he says yes, that's the guy that you want, right? You want somebody that's going to listen, learn, do big things. He's got a lot of tunes. if I can get him in here to talk this morning. We'll see. Change my music a little bit. And listening to an ad. Thank you, YouTube. You may not come into Discord. We'll see. Okay, I'm spamming now. Stop spamming. Don't be that guy. Maybe setting up Discord? Is there people out there still that aren't using Discord, I wonder? Because I mean there's so much information like thrown around in Discords. And if you're in here and you ever want my Discord, like anybody's welcome to come into our Discord. Any specific classes we're looking for? You know, I don't. Not too sure, but we are looking main tank off spec and a bunch of DPS. I'll say good DPS. Good DPS is kind of like if you're looking for a team and they say, oh, we want good DPS, that means like we're making sure that you're going to be a little bit more than just substandard. I think that's true for about anything, right? So I'll tell you how my day's gonna go. We're recruiting, doing some keys right now, which I'm getting ready to probably hop into another key, depending on how these go. But definitely just guild recruiting. Guild recruiting right now is the biggest thing for me. It's a bunch of people coming to frostmane just to be a part of a group with us, which is kind of nice. We AOTC'd week 5, and then killed a mythic boss, I think week 6, with another AOTC. I actually asked, is there certain characters I need? Whatever you play, man. I'm recruiting more than just you, so hopefully you grab your mic. But welcome. I was just gonna go over some guild stuff with you before you take off from me today. So your mic works. Settings, finding the mic. Oh no. Discord things. I'm also talking to a stream too, so like, I apologize if it sounds like I'm talking through you. Probably all the other ones. 488 DH, and there's a 486 for another 487. Wow, he's got a lot of good stuff. I don't think we have any main DHs. I have a DH. Yeah.
There we go. Now you can hear me?
Yeah. Welcome.
Hey, what's up, man?
Not much, man. So I'll talk a few pieces, then we'll go back and forth for a few minutes. Inside of Discord here, there is a fuck. I can't remember where you fucking put it anymore. The welcome stuff, where it just shows that you've came a part of the thing. There's some guild stuff. If you look at the guild stuff and scroll up to the top, people are spamming the shit out of that for whatever reason. But
Okay.
at the top, there's some just rules that we generically follow. And if you ever have problems, there's normally an officer who'll come talk to you, and we'll just, hey, this is what here's your infraction. We don't want you to do this. Please don't do that. And then next time it's a slap out of raid or wherever you're normally doing with us. And then the next time will just be removal from the guild.
Okay. It's at the very top, or?
Yeah, if you go to guild stuff and scroll to the top, it's the one where I posted the harassment on the other stuff. Pretty easy stuff. Just be a good person. That's about it.
Okay.
But Resto Shaman, we have a Resto Shaman right now, and I'm not against having more than one. Especially when this Resto Shaman's kind of weird. He's a good dude, but he's been learning. I think I had to teach him what Riptide actually does at one point in time, which was kind of crazy.
Okay, yeah.
But if you ever want like tips and hints, I'm Resto Druiding right now. I'm doing everything Druid. Like they want a tank, they want a DPS. I just swap in and out and do what I do.
Okay.
But how long you been playing the game for?
A long time, actually, but like I stopped for like 10 years, I think. I was playing back in like Brooding Crusade, and I only picked it up again like last year.
Okay.
Yeah.
You comfortable on Resto? Anything Resto or just Resto Shaman's your big boy?
I've been playing more the Shaman lately, but I'm actually probably better at Holy Paladin.
Oh, sick.
Because I've been playing my Shaman, it's starting to get a little bit better gear than my Paladin, but they're both about 460 right now.
Let me ask you a question, and
Yeah.
this is just for stream purposes because I'm streaming at the same time we're doing this. How do you feel
Yeah.
Holy Paladin is right now? Like, is it a good spot? You think?
Yeah, I do think so. But what did because they had nerfed him pretty. Like I know Rhett got a big bunch of buffs, but the Holy Paladin got nerfed pretty recently, didn't they?
Right. They became this I have to spam a lot more type of stuff. I think their beacon got kind of wrecked out, or I was talking to a friend of ours, Zari, and she just does not like where it's at. 'Cause that's what she mains is her Holy Paladin, but
Yeah.
she just felt like it was just in the ground compared to most of the other healers.
Yeah, I mean, I have a lot more experience with the Holy Paladin than the Resto Shaman, and I'm actually able to put out a lot more heals on the Shaman just because of the way the kit is set up.
Right.
With totems and the new adjustments to the chain heal and everything. I don't know. I always preferred to play Paladin, but I feel like it's more stressful because you're just like spamming heals and like you're not healing like the group with one button. You have to be constantly swapping between your targets, so it's a little bit more involved, I think.
Right.
But I don't know. I think if you're playing it correctly, there's still a lot of potential, especially to have the Holy Paladin as like a tank or off tank healer. Because back in the day, mainly that's what we were using them for. They weren't really so good at the raid heals.
Right. And I think Prot, you're right, Prot's 100% a good spot because they are very good at off healing and doing. They feel like what Druid should be right now, but Druid's in the fucking garbage for tanking. Like I love Druid tanking, I really do. It's just another one of my off specs that I just enjoy, and like it's in the garbage where if I throw a heal at something, it's not like it's maybe a 40k heal, and it's like, oh, I'm just gonna go back to what I was doing. This is terrible. Pallies are like, I have lay of hands, or I'm gonna hit you with this huge wad. And it's gonna feel good.
Yeah. So I mean, I think that like there's definitely room for them. Like if I was in a group with 4 healers, I probably would want 1 Resto Druid, 1 Resto Shaman, 1 Holy Paladin, and then maybe like a Discipline Priest.
Right.
The other one's kind of optional, but I feel like they all have a role to play, you know? And if you, like, I don't know, I'm not actually sure how good of an idea it is to have like 2 Holy Paladins or 2 Resto Shamans in the same group, in
Right.
the same raid, just in terms of getting the different buffs and different abilities and stuff.
I heard that. Another thing you should do is change your Discord name to something we know. So like in guild. So if you're ever in a raid with us, I'm usually your raid leader. And I say usually because Shoshan can do very good at assisting me. But when you're in raid with us and stuff, that we talk that piece out. I will tell you right now, we're doing impromptu raiding because a lot of us are looking for mythic, and since the cross server's open, our team's based on AOTC, and like once AOTC is complete, people start kind of pissing off. Which is cool. Like we're down for that, but we're always doing the M pluses. We're always looking for healers. So like I think you're gonna feel you know advantageous to some of the people like Ezzy, Calbot, myself. There's a bunch of us that'll go in and do 20s just to get the 20s knocked out for the week, and then we just kind of scatter again. But there is a team that we're linked up with for Mythic right now because our team killed the first boss of Mythic, and then we don't want to do any more Mythic. Or the team did. There's a lot of us that still want to, so we're joining up with another group and killing some Mythic bosses on Saturday. So.
Okay.
I don't know when our next AOTC group will put back together. We usually put together a couple more before we switch to the new season, just because I'll put it up in Discord. Hey, we're gonna run through heroic, grab a bunch of pugs, go in, do it again. But the main team will usually kill AOTC in like the first 5 weeks, and then we're either going to try to push into Mythic this next tier, depending on what Faded looks like, and then. You know, we're looking forward to War Within. A lot of us have already bought our War Within packages, so that's kind of good.
Okay.
But for me, I started playing Weapons of Draenor, or whatever the fuck that one was, right before Legion, just because my buddy said, "Hey, Demon Hunters are coming out," because I'm a big lore fan of Demon Hunters, but read a bunch of books, love the story of Illidan. So I was a lore guy, and then they were like, "Nah, come in and play the actual game and have fun with us," and I was like, okay, so I picked it up, went into Legion, mained a DH for Legion all the way to Shadowlands, I guess, and then I swapped into different tunes and said I want to play something different. So.
Okay. I just switched my name to Funk right now for the Discord because I always use the like Funk Soul Brother is kind of like my alias when I'm gaming. I don't know if that works, or should it really be like my character's name?
If you would to put Funk and then in parentheses put your character that you're normally going to be on for us.
All right, cool.
But we'll call you Funk if that's what you want. Foxy, I didn't see you in here. How are you?
Hey, Chess. I'm good. Sorry to intrude. I just saw you here, so I joined and didn't know you were in the middle of a guild.
No, man, just
interview, I guess.
Just said it. No, not really an interview. Just a new guy coming in. Wanted to talk to him. Like I enjoy. Find out where people are, especially what they're doing in a WoW career. Taking 10 years off though, that's crazy. You didn't get the shakes or anything? Like, you know, I don't play WoW for like a couple weeks and I fucking feel like I'm fucking feeling bad.
No, I mean, I just stepped back for a while. I was playing like League of Legends and stuff, but
okay. Do you play Dota by chance? Dota 2?
No, I never tried Dota 2. I was really into League of Legends for like a long time, and then I don't know. I found the community just got really toxic, so I stopped playing.
Oh yeah, it's any MOBA you get into, they usually are toxic. So we play a lot of MOBAs. Kevin's really big about Dota 2. We all played League of Legends at one point in time, but again, we felt the same way you did. It got really toxic. No one wanted to play it. I was in a Mumu main for a long time. Like people didn't like me jungling and all this other shit, but I crushed teams because I just come out of the woodwork and just lock everything down. So. Big fan of that.
That was the other thing too about that game is that like you could be a really good player, you could be having a good game, but if you just got with 1 or 2 of the wrong people, it could ruin like the next 40 minutes of your life.
Right.
Yeah, like I mean the same thing is still true in a raid or in a dungeon here. I just feel like people are not really trolling on WoW. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah. Something never was said about WoW is that at least in WoW, 99% of players, when they get pissed off, they just leave. They don't actually start fighting or
like insulting each
or
other.
insulting people. Or
That's
Yeah.
again, that's any MOBA. Like anytime you have friends, like I always tell people, if you don't want to keep your friends, the best way to do that is play a MOBA. Like if everyone has a role to play and one guy sucks at his role, it's just like going into Mythic Dungeons, I guess, too. That one guy's kind of cheesing it, and like you're, well, that's anyway. I feel like I don't want to play with you anymore. But that's normally how that works.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
But Kevin plays a lot of Dota too, if you ever want to get into that. And I'll tell you, Dota I think is more. There's a lot more professional dudes in that one. Like they're pretty chill, relaxed. Every once in a while you'll find the toxic guys. He plays a lot of ability draft, which is you draft your abilities at the beginning of the match on a tune that normally wouldn't have those abilities, making it a little more like chaotic. And then you go in and fight other people doing the same stuff you do in regular matches, which is kind of cool. But I'm a big fan of Dota and the way it's put together because it's clean. There's not a lot of like random young kids coming in and playing that because Dota's been around for like some of the older guys for a long time. So I think it came out 2012. But if you played Defense of the Ancients back in the day on Blizz 3, like, or not Blizz 3, what was it? Frozen Throne?
You're at least
That's
30 if you play Defense of the A.
Yeah. Defense of the Ancients was like, everyone knew that shit. That's why Dota 2 became so popular.
And I guess like if you think about it, it still comes from Warcraft.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot
And
of
in
games
fact,
come
that's-
from Warcraft. Like some of the tower defenses I've seen pop up out of nowhere from like indie games or like WoW-esque. Like, okay.
Yeah, and there is a reason why Blizzard made a change in the terms of service for the map editor in Warcraft Reforged, where they own any intellectual property created through their editor because they were PC about not having Dota.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's when IceFrog went to Blizzard finally, and Blizzard, I think they came to terms on the fact that IceFrog started making Heroes of New Earth, and Heroes of New Earth. Well, him and a buddy made Heroes of New Earth, and then that guy took it over and ran with it. But it was the idea that it was outside of the engine, and they were making money off of it. Well, Blizzard, 100% didn't like that, so it was like a rights thing for IceFrog to go make his, and then he went to Valve with it. So, kind of kept the same shit that was in the game, and like just changed the characters around enough where Blizzard couldn't be like, "No, this is our game. You're using our game." So, pretty cool. There's a pretty cool concept there. And then the guy who made League of Legends actually was a friend of IceFrog's back in the day when they were building games. And I guess they were, I don't know if they went to college together or something, but like the guy who made League of Legends was like on the same type of page as those guys who were building Heroes of New Earth and all the other stuff. So it's kind of weird. It's kind of like the Seth MacFarlane of Dota, I guess. That's a good way to put it, I think, in my mind.
That's very.
That's a very interesting way to put it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you think about it, it's just like when the Family Guy stuff and Robot Chicken and all those guys went to college together, like Seth MacFarlane, Green. They linked up with a couple of like big all-star players from different like genres and like put them all together for Family Guy. Robot Chicken, I can't remember the creator other than Seth Green. There's another dude. But just they all went their separate ways, just doing really big things. Like, we're gonna go do our separate forms of media, and they all were successful with it. So I guess, surround yourself by success, you'll win, I guess. Pretty cool.
And honestly, that's very good advice in general. And yeah, it also has this guy from DreamWorks called Jeffrey Katzenberg.
Mm-hmm.
He basically did something similar, although Katzenberg was more like, I'm so pissed off at Disney that I'm going to make it my life's mission to destroy Disney.
Right. I think that when people come into Blizzard, they do kind of the same thing. I think a lot of people are looking at some of the people that were like main creators of WoW and being behind the scenes of WoW that decided to branch off and do their own thing. I think that's pretty huge. But I think if you go back and like that's I'm just big into stories on like lore and people putting shit together. Like, that makes me happy. And Blizzard has a huge history of background of people doing stuff and why things in the game are like they are today. Like, why does Druid have 4 forms? Well, it's because, back in the day, the the main dude who loved playing Druid was one of the creators of like how to fit characters together and make stuff, and he's like, this guy needs a 4 spec because he can do everything, and it's pretty awesome. What was it, Metzen? Metzen was the one who played it all the time, yeah. And even what's Halitosis fucking Ian was a raid leader at one point in time in this game, and like loved the game so much he jumped on board with being a part of the team as well. But I guess his guild wasn't that great. Like, they'd make bid heroic raids, and then like they'd all cut out and shit. So back when it was just heroic, so I don't know, kind of cool.
Yeah, I really miss running like Karazhan. That was my favorite one.
I love the fact that they brought Return to Karazhan, and they did make a mega dungeon out of it, and then split it into 2 for mythic dungeons back in Legion, which was very, very cool.
That's awesome.
So
like the Wizard of Oz fight in particular was a lot of fun, I found.
Oh yeah, yeah. We can't call it the Wizard of Oz now. There's copyright rules here. All right, let's just settle down. But yes, you're 100% right.
Yeah. What's it called?
There were plays. The different genres of plays. So there was the.
Oh no, it was plays. Yeah, there was the Wizard of Oz, Red Riding Hood, and
Beauty and the Beast. Well, Back in the Back was like there's other characters on the backstage that were like linked to other stuff, but there's the Wizard of Oz, the Beauty and the Beast, and the other one was West Side Story. The 2 were falling in love from different genres, and they wanted to fight each other, and they fell in love, that kind of thing.
It was like kind of like a Romeo and Juliet.
I was
West Side
thinking
Story.
more about Romeo and Juliet.
No, West Side Story. It's definitely linked to West Side Story. They make a couple comments that are directly linked to West Side Story.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
The other is, and of course,
there's a really cool mount that comes out of there too, by the way.
It's just the classic that we've ever heard, that we've all heard. Run away, little girl. Run away.
But there's a really cool mount that you can go back to Return to Karazhan and do that. They're still obtainable too, I believe, if you take a group that's going in there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, but all you do is because it's so easy and squishy in there. Like all you do is just go in there as like the mega dungeon, and you run with the people, but you collect like 4 crystals in there, and then it opens up a side door that goes out and kills one of the mages, and then you get his mount, which is a big, nasty, red-looking dragon mount. I think I have it too. Let me see.
Okay, cool. Yeah. By the way, just for like simplicity, if you want to call me my character's name, that's fine too. Man.
That's fine.
Yeah. I was actually lucky. I copped the avatar name without like any special characters or anything.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Kind of wonderful.
Yeah, I have Midnight too. It's the other guy. It's like I don't remember. It's been so long since I've looked for that. Oh, it's the Smoldering Ember Worm. That's what it is.
Arguably, I should have made this character like a blue troll because it would have been more on point. But
right. Well, most of my characters are just built to the racials that work really well for them.
Yeah, that's usually what I do too. But I don't know. When I first was playing, I was only playing Alliance, and I know that like the factions don't actually matter anymore. But when I started playing it, I just played like only Horde.
I was an Alliance-based guy before when I came in.
Yeah, me too.
And then like a bunch of people were like, well, Horde are just more professional. They're not a bunch of what do they call them, twinks and stuff like that, trying to get people leveled up and making gold off of them and stuff like that. So I played with some really good guilds over there in the Alliance side before I switched over though. I was on Storm Rage for a long time.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how to even explain the difference. One of the big differences I noticed is that Horde tends to lose at PvP.
That's true.
Yeah. Which I have no idea why. I don't know if the racials are just not as good, but...
No, the racials aren't. If you...
No, yeah, the racials are very stacked in Alliance's favor.
Like, dwarf racial is super strong right now, and so is the
every man for his own.
Yeah, that one too. Night elf Night Elf Ritual is just good in plus as well. So there's certain things that people are going into Alliance for, but they're still playing on Horde guilds and stuff like that. So.
Is there actually really any useful application to the going invisible on the Night Elf?
There is.
You can drop combat.
Yep. You drop combat, so if you pulled something on accident and you're far enough away from it where they don't have detection, you just drop combat real quick and then keep going. Or you can do some skips too, where you run through stuff. You get into combat, but you get away from the pack. Like the tank pulls it off to one side, and you go Night Elf racial and just completely go invis while the tank has threat. Tank dies, res him, keep going. It's pretty easy.
So when you go invis, you drop aggro.
Right.
Yep.
Okay, that's awesome. Yeah, I
It is
just
like
gotta.
Just a little worse than Vanish.
Right. How much have you dug into your character and stuff and like really min-maxed it? Because if you ever want to do that, like I never force anyone to do it, but I have those conversations with people. Like, I'll go into your abilities. I've played Resto Shaman for a long time. Not a lot of people know that either, but I had a really good friend who taught me how to play that, and then racials and stuff, and going into Wowhead and doing all the due diligence. Like, normally I say people should be doing that on their own, but a lot of times I'll go help them with it too if I ever think about it.
I mean, yeah, I'm definitely always open to constructive criticism. Like if we're playing together and you see something I should be doing that I'm not, or
Right.
I want to, for sure, man. Yeah. Of
Well,
course.
you'll definitely hear my voice in raids because a lot of times I'll ask, do you have this talent? Can you use this talent? And then swapping to it if it's foreseeable. Like it's not like I'm gonna make you rework your whole tree sitting in raid, but
No, but like for instance, if I don't have poison cleansing totem and it's a boss that
needs
hasn't-
it. Yeah. Like the council fight, the Council of Dreams is one of those where if you have the poison totem, it's just easy. Like there's no poison spears out there, so it's very easy to get through.
Yeah, so I built into the poison totem, but I feel like I don't use it very often. But it's like also it's like because like for instance in Voodoo, it'll show me if someone is like needs to be dispelled because the color of their icon will change.
Right.
But I don't know, like does the icon go green if they're poison? Is it different?
Yeah.
Like,
So
it goes green.
you'll see they go green, and then they have these little icons on them that they're like little green spears.
But on the, do you know if it changes in the Voodoo display as well, or if it just shows like they're affected by an affix?
I don't know because I use LUI. I know a couple people that do use Voodoo, but you can change it to when they have any kind of poison effect on them. It'll just change the color, so it's something you have to switch in your settings.
Okay.
Because you'll see the curse effects. I know that they always show curse effects, but there's usually if you want to see the poison ones and stuff like that, you just swap those around as well.
Okay, I see what you're saying. I could probably. Oh, okay, I see. Yeah. So I can actually change. I can actually choose which color I want poison to be. Like they've got it set at like a kind of like a blue, but I think I want it kind of green.
Yeah.
To me, that says poison.
Right.
Yeah.
For me, I use LVY, so I see icons and a different color. And
Yep.
they're already set to those things like that. So LVY does that for me, and then I use click, and I have all the stuff where I just mouse over them and use my abilities. So it's good because I'm usually playing a healer that likes to do a lot of damage. So like my Disc Priest or my Resto. I just got using it with the mage because the mage has decurse, so I'll click with decurse there too.
There's like an option here for clusters. I don't know if I can just take it off. I don't know how useful that is.
Oh, I don't know. Voodoo's not my forte. I think
Okay.
one of our healers uses Voodoo, but I'm not 100% sure. I think everyone kind of went to LWI. I got a puppy in my room. He's just being a little asshole. What are you doing? I was doing 20s though, so like I'm gonna probably rip back into doing those. If you want to,
Okay.
what's up?
Because I'm no, I'm just like I'm running an 18 right now.
Okay.
I was about to start, but yeah, if you want to run after, I'm not sure that I'm really able to do a 20 yet.
Everyone's able to do 20s as long as you know the dungeons.
Everyone's doing to the 20s.
And what's your item level on your Resto right now?
462, but the highest I've done so far is an 18.
Okay. 18s are
Yeah.
good. I mean, you're still getting bolts, so it's always good.
Yeah.
I'll probably jump in back into another 20 then. Like, I think I've only done 4 this week. Ezzy's been forcing me to do 22s and 23s, which I've done. We completed a 22 and did 2 23s where they just kind of went weird because people either A, die, or we have to reset a full boss wipe, which kind of sucks, but I don't think it's been my healing. I think it's been more of them standing in stupid shit they shouldn't be, so.
Yeah, it's surprising, like, you can get pretty high in the keys without people actually knowing some of the fights. They haven't necessarily done all the dungeons.
Oh, yeah. I think in the last two or three keys I've seen, there's always been someone really small. Like, we had a Windwalker yesterday. I think he was like 700k DPS, or 700k health pool, but like he was pulling 200k DPS. But like on his single target fights, he's only doing like 80, 90k. You could tell like his single target being a Windwalker was just trashed out.
Okay.
What is it?
Yeah, so what do we call you, man? Chaz? Is that what's good, or?
Yeah, Chaz is good.
Cool.
You'll Chaz, asshole, dickface, raid leader that sucks. I don't know. You'll get something for me one of these days.
I don't know why. I don't even know what TV show it is necessarily, but Chaz just makes me think of like this kind of cartoon character. I think it's maybe from Rick and Morty.
I think you're thinking about Yu-Gi-Oh! GX.
About who? Sorry.
Yu-Gi-Oh! GX.
Probably not. I never watched that.
So I'll tell you the story behind my name.
All right.
I when I first went into the Warcraft 3 engine and was on Blizzard for my first time because people wanted me to come play like, I don't know, vampire stuff. I really didn't like the RTS of it, but I went and played the game anyway just to kind of know who Arthas was, who Illidan was, shit like that. And when I started playing it, they said, well, you have to make a unique name. So I was like, well, I'm Chad. That's my actual name. So yes, I am a Chad. And then Xavier was what I was thinking. Xavier was like, well, mix the two together, just do something that's kind of like in between. So I made Chaz Xavier one day, and that was where it stuck. So
Okay, cool.
and so people know me, you know, by Chaz, but Chaz Xavier was like the whole thing that created me, I guess. And then I've had so many different tune names over the years. My biggest one was Natalia. She was my DH for the longest time. I random generated her name. And I was like, this is great, but I'm going to change a couple letters around and made it Natalia, so.
Okay.
But I had a friend of mine who came in.
I made such a mistake.
Oh. We were in a raid together, and he knew my voice, because normally I'm talking during raids trying to help out with the mechanics and stuff. And he goes, hold on, 2 seconds. And he went back and he like watched a VOD from like when we first played together. And he goes, you were on the PvP team that I was on for a long period of time. I was like, were you in Perfect? He goes, yep. And he just started messaging me a bunch of stuff, which is kind of cool. But yeah, I was a part of Perfect when I was on Alliance side to win, because those guys were like #1 in the world for a little bit. As a 5-man group.
I just started my run, so I'm not talking as much, that's why.
That's fine. I'm getting ready to go into one myself. I'm going to Waycrest Manor for some reason.
Okay, cool.
I'm looking for a tank too, which is always super fun.
I just lost a chess game in the most stupid way.
Oh, you took on that pro. What's that pro's name that is just fucking winning all the time now? Like the best in the world. I was watching a video on him the other day. Magnus. Chess matches, dude. I've only played chess like twice in the last like 2 years, and both of them I won, but because we make stupid mistakes in chess.
Yeah. Well, honestly, that's chess. You win because the other makes a mistake.
Right.
Like literally, if no one makes a mistake, the game ends in a draw.
Give me a second. I'm gonna walk away for my dog real quick. Be right back.
So how's that acting going?
Is it a bad week for tanks? I guess it is with raging, but
Raging is not good, but also not that bad. Although I haven't done a key on my tank this week.
I was gonna say if you're a druid tank, like they don't care. Huh? Okay. Oh, who's it? Make sure you
Yeah, it's
put it back
interesting. When
where
I
it
started
is.
playing, I was all about tanking. Then I went to DPS, and now it's healing.
Oh, it is a bad week for tanks. I guess storming's not fun, especially when I'm cat form, but
The storming is not fun for anyone.
right.
At least as a DK, I can kind of sidestep it by just activating Wraith Lock.
I mean, even if you're melee though and you get hit by it, like it's just bounce in the air. It's not. It doesn't really do anything to you. 'Cause you
True,
still.
it doesn't really.
Yeah, it's just annoying.
Yeah, and instead, as a caster, is so annoying because it actually interrupts casts and stuff.
Right. I mean, it's easy for healing this week. I'll tell you that. Ooh. Got a big DH.
Oh, because of the debuffs, you mean?
Right. Well, being a druid, like number one soothe, and two, like storming, I don't give a shit about. Like if a tornado spawns somewhere out where I'm at, I'm probably too close. I mean, I cat form, so I get into melee a lot, which kind of pisses me off because I will get bounced every once in a while. But
What's the one where they explode?
bursting.
Yeah, I hate that.
Explosive? Oh,
Bursting.
Is that what it is?
No, bursting.
Okay.
Bursting's a pain in the ass, but that's because most of your DPS won't control it for the healer. So I'm very tedious about DPS understanding, like, hey, if it gets up to 4 stacks, trying to figure it out, or I'll probably let some of you die. And I'll always be healing myself, so good luck.
yeah. You guys want to do a 19 Black Book Hole?
We can. Right now I'm in 20 Waycrest Manor. Trying to get some stream content going. But no, welcome. I'm sure Shoshan will want to talk to you sometime. So the more you're in Discord, the easier it is to just kind of powwow with us, because like we're usually just in here just jiving.
Cool.
Last night we were actually 2 days ago we went over the new talents for War Within, because we're kind of looking into that already and discussing, like, because he's a frostmane player, but he also does other stuff. Thank you for the follow, Brady Vincent 101. Thank you. But no, we're always like in here like theory crafting, and then like if you ever want to get into Resto, like I said, like I enjoy going into people's Wowhead stuff and going and look at sub creation, some of the big stuff. I can teach you how to read logs, all the other stuff. I always have people ask me, you know, I don't know what I'm doing wrong, and then I go in there and I tell them, like, well, if you look at logs, it tells you right here what you're doing wrong. So that's big when we do actual progression. Like, I don't honestly care now because most of us burn AOTC too quick. I think we spent about an hour and a half killing stuff and then we're done. So
Basically, you can just see like how often people are using which spells, and you can get an idea like, oh, you're using this one too often, or why aren't you using this ability? Is that the kind of idea?
right, or if you don't heal enough with like a certain, like, I'll tell you, Atu, I looked at his stuff. He cast Riptide, I think a total of 18 times in a 7-minute fight. And I was like, that doesn't make sense when Riptide's like your best thing to heal with. Plus, you heal through it with like chain heals and stuff like that. But his chain heal was so high that he was just spamming chain heal when he had nothing better to do. I'm like, why not cast Riptide right before chain heal and hit a little bit harder with it? Because I don't understand what that means. So I went in there and showed him like Delve and Deluge and some of the other stuff that's like pumping his heal and throughput. He's like, oh shit. I was like, yeah, we're very multiplicative. Like, if you don't cast the right things, you're gonna fucking get real stupid real quick.
Does Chain Heal still get empowered by casting it on
5,
someone with
4,
Riptide?
3,
Yeah, so if you
2,
Riptide someone and then hit
1.
chain heal on top of them, it's a 20% increase to the heal of chain heal. Meaning, as it
Okay,
bounces, it's hitting heavier on all 3 of those targets.
Okay, that's good to know.
I'll
Yeah,
teach you some stuff, bud. Like I love digging into healing stuff because it used to be like my one love. I really wanted to be a healer of multiple points of time. This time they finally let me do it, so it's kind of cool.
Okay.
Well, I had to prove myself a couple times, and I proved myself back in Shadowlands because I kind of healed on a few different tunes, and I was like, well, I really like Druid. I think the playstyle is really cool, and Druids are supposed to be good this tier, so I'm going to plan on doing that. So that's what they said, well, yeah, we need a Druid. And I met a couple Druid buddies of mine who are just very good at this game. One being Eustonic. He comes in here every once in a while. But he taught me a whole bunch of stuff that I was just fucking up on, so pretty cool guys.
Yeah, I mean, already that's... Oh, shit. Hold on.
No, you're fine. We're in a big pool right now as well. And I'm getting edged to death, which is cool.
I just let somebody die. That's my bad. No, I didn't actually know about that interaction between Riptide and Chainmail.
Oh, yeah.
Do you still need a tank?
Yeah.
I think the first step to anybody's talent tree, like, is go read your talent tree. Like, it's, oh shit, there's this, it does this, and activates here. And there's a couple things I didn't even understand on my Druid where I had to have it explained to me, like, this is weird, don't do this, and then never cast this if you're not going to do something else with it. Like, I didn't understand Swift Mend at one point in time because it's very, very powerful with, like, using it right before Wild Growth on my tune. So, there's a lot of things. I just died because shit came back behind me and I wasn't paying attention. Pay attention, dumbass.
Yeah, I mean, I basically will read through the talent tree every time I do a respec, but I just haven't played Shaman as much as I've played some other characters, basically.
What way are you playing? Are you playing the Ascension build, boy? Or are you playing the Tide Wave, Tide Form? That I'm gonna become a Tide creature shit thing.
I've been working with Ascension, but at one point I had both actually.
Right.
Before I went now I have a chain heal build, so I had to dump on the Tidebringer, High Tidebringer, whatever you call it.
Right.
Yeah.
I think the question is for you is how many set specs do you have for this, and then have you went to Wowhead and kind of dug deep into what they're saying and some of the theory crafting they have on that?
No, I haven't looked at any of that.
Okay. I think that and yeah, there's some stuff I can teach you. Just get out of the key and we'll talk about it right after.
Sure. I think that's the thing too, is that like, cause I was away for so long, I still kind of play the game like
You
a Burning
remember.
Crusade player, like, if that makes sense.
Right.
Yeah. So a lot of things have changed, and a lot of like nice quality of life adjustments actually, but just gonna take some getting used to.
Right. I think that's a big that's actually a big play what you just said. Because I've had people that come in and they're like, I know how to play this, I've been playing it for years. Well, you might know how to play it, but like you may not know some of the things that they've changed for you. They've made things easier. I think the only one that's gotten harder over the years has been Warlock. Like Warlock's gotten a little more stupid for sure.
But overall, even just like the leveling process is so much easier than it used to be.
Oh yeah, I've leveled multiple tunes over probably the last year, just because it's stupid easy.
It's really easy, yeah.
But I'll tell you, I definitely love going in on ults and stuff. Like I think I have 4 druids right now, which is kind of funny. But I have, shoot, probably 12 level 70s. 2 of them being druids though.
2 druids. Why 2 druids?
2 druids at level 70 because I'm playing cat and I don't play cat very well. So I've been using the actual cat form and playing on cat just to kind of get a feel for it. And then I have my healer / balance / cat / bear that I'm trying to get more and more, good at the game, because like it's easier to learn on a tune that's just generic to that I'm a cat, right? And I use cat abilities. But like on Resto, I don't get that luxury. I have to kind of like figure out what I'm doing along with healing, and my healing's my main core, so like, why would I keep doing cat shit if I don't know what I'm doing with it? So then you're like, oh, I'm just gonna do cat stuff because that's all I know.
Okay, that makes sense.
Ay.
And Foxy plays a bunch of tunes, but he's not good at any of them, so there's that.
Hey,
What, dude? You know you've bought some good keys. I remember the fucking rogue doing me dirty a couple times.
I only break the Ataldasar.
I am referring to that.
I agree. I suck, and it's mainly because I suck at Jasmine.
Mm.
Specifically, I hate that boss.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she is not fun.
Who, Yasma?
Yeah, Yasma.
Yeah. Yeah,
We were like,
she's the pug killer.
She really is.
yeah, we reached her like with 10 minutes or more in the timer, and ended up breaking after like half an hour. Maybe.
Well, it wasn't just your fault. Like the tank was like holding her in place and doing some really weird shit. I'm like, what are you doing, man? Like, no one does this.
True.
So that's something I know that I need to work on, is that like usually I don't have a problem keeping people up, but I always like end up running out of mana. So I don't know if I need to work on like which abilities I'm using. Maybe I'm using abilities like, for instance, I use Healing Surge instead of Healing Wave, and I know it costs more mana. It's just it's faster, so that's why I use it.
Right.
But maybe even just swapping that out might even help with some of the mana problems.
No, well, generically, you should run out of mana at some point in time in
Okay.
any fights, right? Like, but you need to understand, like, because it's a tyrannical weekend and plus, keeping your mana pool about the same life total as the boss itself, because then you'd have, you run yourself out of mana at the end of the boss fight, you've done yourself the due diligence, meaning you've healed as much as you possibly could. At the same time, you kept everyone alive for the entirety of the boss fight. But if you've ran your mana pool out and the boss is still at half health, you know you're going to have problems.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Right.
I think maybe another thing specifically on Shaman I could do for mana is just like making sure to drop Mana Tide Totem on cooldown, not only when my mana is low.
Right.
Because that would actually expand my mana bar quite a lot. Because usually I'm waiting till I'm at least like half or quarter on mana before I pop a Mana Tide, but even at quarter, I could pop it and then use some mana by the time the cooldown's down
Yeah.
again.
Anytime you go like 10% down, you should just go ahead and pop mana. Like, it's not, it's... I don't know if I'd use that during, like, actual keys, though. Are you using that during keys?
Mana Tide Totem?
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely use it.
Okay. I don't know if I would use it, but I'm not gonna lie to you, I haven't really dug deep into Resto's Mythic Plus stuff. I've been looking at the raid stuff more than anything else, so...
But like, you wouldn't use it in terms of like the pulls are not big enough for you to actually need the mana, or
Right. Like,
Okay.
you're gonna work into doing DPS. Your downtime is spent in DPS, like, all the time.
yeah,
Meaning, like,
yeah,
if...
basically spamming lightning bolt or chain lightning, depending.
Right. And then they have a really good ability right now where they're bursting a lot of damage using Ascension.
Oh, okay.
And then there's a few things we can talk about once we get into it, like...
Sure, yeah. But doing damage in Ascension, like popping it and then using using it to spam damaging abilities, you mean?
Right.
Okay.
And then if you're not flame shocking, like, whenever possible, flame shock actually adds to your healing, how you can heal properly. And what I'm saying there is, like, there are certain abilities that proc off you using flame shock, which is really, really good.
Oh, I didn't know that either. I actually really haven't been using Flame Shock a lot.
Oh yeah, it's just like my I have to use Sunfire, right? Sunfire is like my big damage. Like, I have to keep it up all the time as a healer to do my damage as we're running through a key. So it's just like, as soon as they do the pull, if I've got my hots running already, which you can hot too with Riptide, but I'll always try to cast that because it's good for my damage output, and I can beat some people in damage just on using one ability. Like, it just depends on how you're doing it, you know?
Okay.
Oh, no one took damage here. Let's go. That was not what I wanted to do. Got these fucking oozelings burst when they die, so I fucking stood in green shit. Like, dumb as fuck. I still make mistakes. I'm not without it.
Nobody is.
Right.
No, I mean everyone makes mistakes, but the thing is like realizing you made a mistake and owning it, and then just doing something about it the next time. You know?
Yeah.
True.
It's like you can also make a mistake, you can own it, but if you just keep doing the same thing,
Right.
it's a little bit of an issue at a certain point.
Of course, learning about it is the most important thing.
Yeah, that's it. So if you haven't learned your lesson,
Especially
if you've taken responsibility for it.
especially in big keys and stuff. Big keys are like where it's you'll know that you've done something literally wrong. I'm in a bad spot. Not being in a bad spot. Getting ready to go to the witches, which is like the hardest fight for anybody in this fucking place. I don't think it's hard. Like, move on one of them. Huh? Witches in Waycrest Manor.
I think it is the hardest of the dungeon because honestly, that dungeon is easy in general.
Right. I don't find it hard because, like, as long as people do what they're supposed to, because, like, if you're not standing still, you do your movement piece on the movement portion. The bombs are the only hardest part. And then nettles is my job. Like, no one cares about nettles.
Oh no, I agree. And honestly, depends also on the class because for me, when I'm tanking, since my DK is not really that geared, second boss fucks me up a lot.
Right.
Like, it hits hard. But aside from that, yeah, I remember back in the day in BFA, the witches on Tyrannical, on Grievous, were quite of a bitch to heal because of the whole thing about having a 50% lower healing aura.
Oh, yeah. It's really about nettles anymore. Like, I think the nettle phase is just the hardest part for any healer that's gonna heal, especially if they're new to it.
Yeah. True.
Which one are you in again right now? You're in Everbloom? Or?
Waycrest Manor. Everbloom's
okay.
easy. I love Everbloom.
And I'm in Blackrock
Yeah,
Fall.
it's a fun one.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Oh, don't come attack me, Paladin, please. I like this.
But I don't know. I feel like Waycrest Manor is also really easy.
I think so too. The
Yeah.
timer is
What?
pretty relaxed.
Yeah. the timers are relaxed, except Rice, for some reason.
Right. Yeah, we just killed sisters real easy. Probably because your healer's paying attention. That's all it is. I say that because I'm the healer. What's up? I'm your healer. We're here to party.
Actually, probably good a little bit to practice talking and playing because I haven't been playing in voice chat. It's actually a little bit different.
Oh, there's a ton of stuff. Like, if you run with me and I'm on my tank, I will probably announce everything that's coming out that just it's going to hurt, right? Like, I don't want you to fail or struggle. Like, hey, healer, pay attention to this. It's coming out. Like, if I know Etch is getting ready to wreck somebody's body, I'm just like, hey, this is what I look for. And it's because I've healed. It's way easier for me to call shit out because I just know that this is what's going to hurt you real bad right here. I think I've made a couple really good healers out of that. Especially when it comes to raiding, it kind of gives me more, like, this is what's going to happen, so pay attention.
No, I just mean like I just died on this boss a couple times. It's like because I'm not really paying attention like I normally am.
Well,
So it's like just getting used to talking to people while you're playing at the same time.
Let's say if we're ever fucking you up, you can definitely drop us and fucking do your thing.
Oh shit. I mean, I think this is actually a wipe on this one, but
I find that if you're doing 18s, you're going to get 18 respect, meaning there's people in there that are just not good, and you're going to find that out real quick. Like
I really feel like it was actually my fault on this one.
Good to own it.
Yeah.
So sick of getting etched, dude. So sick of it.
I think our tank and DPS are actually going to manage to down Morky though, so it's okay. It's just like
Oh yeah, that's the one. Yeah, Morshi's low. I've finished that fight so many times, just me.
Well, like one of the times, because I died twice, because I have my reincarnation, but I was standing in front of the Morky clone, and she just popped into dragon form and one-shotted me. But I mean,
that was just standing in the wrong spot. That's all that was.
Exactly. Yeah.
This guy pulled
I didn't even
percentage.
notice that I didn't even notice that she did that ability because I just never stood in that spot before. Oh man.
Well, so the bosses are kind of like negative of each other. So on when you fight all the Horde or Alliance, depending on which one you get for the time being, if you're in the middle of the room, it's kind of safe compared to on the outside, because if someone's running around the room, they're dropping that whirlwind all over the place, and you don't want to be in it. So they kind of run to the outside of the room, you stand on the inside. Or on Morchi, if you're in the middle of the room, there's a good chance of you dying at all times, like, because people will run their images through you. So I think of it like they're both like different types of fights, and they kind of played that out. I think whoever designed that dungeon, that was really good idea to the boss fights, I think. This dungeon's actually really smooth, I think. Minus the fact that I died on the fucking pig boss. Hmm. Oh yeah. I think that's the best thing about having a guild. Like, you'll get into a key, and they'll just start jiving. And I'll tell you, if you ever jive with a couple of the guys we run with, Calbot and Ezzy, they always run together, so they know each other. And once with the Augie Evoker right now, she was playing heals. She plays heals for raid too. But she does good in both forms that she's in. And like, you can just tell that they sync very well because they've been doing it forever together now.
Okay, but it's a DPS, and what's the other one playing? Sorry.
They're both DPS. Calbot's
okay,
just a Calbot's playing Resto Druid.
Okay, cool.
One of the best cats we've had ever. So.
But I mean, what do you mean they sync together? Like, like, what are the real interactions between the DPS?
So the DPS have a lot of I have to use defenses at right points in time. Augie Evoker helps that. So let's say the Druid just doesn't have any more defenses and calls out, I need this ability, and they just work together and do that. That's what they do. They know each other's cooldowns, and if you ever listen to me in raid, you'll hear me call for Innervate off Calbot, because Calbot just knows that's him. Because he's the only other Druid, technically, that we run most of the time with. Even though Kevin does have Chicken Nuggy.
For the orbs on Chrono Lord, you go into the first one and not in the second one? Or it's only if you have the mark that you go into the first one? Or that's on Iridicon?
On which one?
On Chrono Lord Delos, last bot of Murazon. Oh.
So you let one fall off and you let the other one stay for 3 to 4 seconds. I have a weak order that actually helps you with that.
Question: Can a paladin bubble the boulders on Black Rock?
Can you what?
Can a paladin bubble the boulders?
I think it still has a static effect, but it doesn't do damage to them. So yes, but at the same time, no. And they should just do the mechanic.
Yeah, I was just wondering because I saw the paladin rushing in, but
Don't pull.
Touching, so I wasn't sure.
You could try it. Like, it's always worth trying once, then never do it again.
Yeah.
I want to say that it's just like, well, I think rogues they could do their shit too, like cloak it, but I'm not 100% sure anymore. All right, last boss. Oh, we're chilling. We're chilling. As long as we kill the dreads. That's what matters.
Good damn it. Good damn it. Ah! I need to make a macro for to get rid of Bob.
Bubble. Yeah. I have a one that just immediately, as soon as I cast it, I just hit it again, and it's done.
Yeah, the healer just randomly bubbled me, and I lost aggro.
Tell me you did it wrong. And then you should feel bad. Stupid healers. Dude, I love this fight. This fight's so chill. Like, as long as you interrupt and do what you're supposed to. Even though we're like working back into this corner where I don't want everyone to be standing because you'll start picking up the fucking potion that way.
Also, sorry about that scream. I got startled by a boulder.
Okay.
I hate those boulders. Like, I hate them.
I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't even know if we heard your scream. I'm sure it would have been like, ah! Something very girlish.
Very.
Ooh. Tasty boots. Oh shit. We got a guy Keystone here today. And I got 1 point out of that? How the fuck? Range of that?
I think we're two chesting this.
Nice, nice. It just feels so good when you're in a good key. But, yeah, I know who you are, Brady. I know you're talking yourself up. But, no, like, I find that it's always fun being in the good keys where just everyone's just chilling. It's fucking terrible. As soon as you wipe that first time, you're like, fuck, I hate everything on this. Alright. See if I can pull a couple more guildies in while I'm sitting here doing absolutely nothing for a second. I need to check on my puppy. I'll be right back. 2 seconds.
Oh man, we have 20 seconds to get the timer, and it's just the tank on the boss. Oh, it's bad.
I think what's awesome about my house is like my computer warms my room, so like house is fucking freezing right now. But my fucking room is nice. Supposed to play COD today with some friends, play some zombies and shit. Love COD right now. Thanks for the smoothest heal, that was a good run, I appreciate that. I've been doing it for a while. Not saying that I have all my 20s and doing 22s and 23s, so 20s are pretty simple. Yeah, disc is fun right now. I find it's in a good spot, and it's gotten a lot better because of atonement and some of the stuff that you get off your 4-piece, but it's not my cup of tea due to the fact that people will not play to a disc priest. They'll play to every other healer like, oh, I can take damage and get healed through it. Disc is like, don't take damage or you might die. Like, I don't have a shield for everybody. Every 5 seconds I get a cool shield. Oh yeah, I agree. Yeah, someone got the Balefire branch. The Evoker got a Balefire branch during that. I probably should have asked for that, actually. It would have been really good to have on my balance. You're gonna try Holy out a bit? We just talked about that. I think Holy Paladins is kind of in a weird spot right now. I don't think they're in like the. I don't think they're in the top right now. They feel bad, I guess. Let me see what they ranked. Healer ranks. Oh, I guess they're still in A. They still say that they're good for A. So that's what I'm looking at. But this one's a no-brainer. This one's a no-brainer. Definitely a no-brainer. Okay. And definitely the dog shit. Like, Holy Priest is definitely dog shit. That's where they're at right now. Holy Priest is good in the right hands. Like, they use it for the world first because of Symbol of Hope. Symbol of Hope resets your movement abilities, which they needed desperately because they'd all use their movement abilities to get away from Farak and then have to do it again. So. I think so. I think Disc is the most proactive healer, though. Like, if you're not great, if knowing damage is coming in, you might get fucking just overwhelmed. Resto's, like, proactive, but it has time. Like, you just get proactive just enough where you can be reactive, where you have to play both. And then Monk is just make sure you spread all your hots out so you fucking can do what you're supposed to when the time comes. Yeah. Need more add-ons for it? I think so too. Everyone should be building weak auras and add-ons for themselves. That's why I have all these little goofy shits down here. Like, I wasn't hitting Flourish. If you notice on my screen, the biggest thing that I have that's lit up and just bouncing up and down until I use that shit is Flourish. Use it or fucking lose it, my boy. Can't get Arthas off your screen. That means you've made a model. There's a model you can just delete. Oh, and weak ores too. Like, we'll talk that piece out too if you want to do it on Resto. There's some really good weak ores already out there that I pulled in Lux Oaths, I think, a couple times, and I've used another guy's like Pippi something. I can't remember what it was, but good Resto Shaman weak ore.
Okay, cool.
I don't know how anybody plays this game in just visual and sound keys. Like, I don't see that being great, but I will say that. But a blind lady was playing, I think, DPS, and she was completely blind and used all sound keys and was doing very, very good. And I think
that's a different situation.
I think so too.
Yeah.
But I mean, doing that all on sound cues, like, it's pretty cool. Because I do a lot of visual cues. Like, I have to watch my visuals.
Yeah, but I just think that if you're deaf, the sound cues are almost equivalent to visual cues. And like, it's obviously not the same, but it's definitely different than someone who can see.
Right. Oh, I had a tank that was deaf at one point in time. All visual cues. Oh, yeah. And like, I'd give him weak ores and stuff to help him and stuff. Really good dude there. Like, I had to type everything out to him, like, this is what you're doing, and he'd just give me a thumbs up and he'd go. Like, and dude was a good tank.
You chested the key.
3 chested or 2 chested?
You chested we were like 30 seconds below the 3 chest, I think.
Okay. We 2 chested the 20-way crest. That's because it's a fucking stupid easy key. It's an easy key, dude. Like, what are we doing?
The water was doing, and the water did almost 300k overall.
Does he have the legendary?
Yeah.
Yeah, that legendary is nuts. Like, that's why he was doing 300k.
10% of his damage.
Yeah, it's nuts. It's like one of my best trinkets in balance is like half of the equivalency of that fucking legendary right now. You know, I moved the frame from weak ores. I can't find the video.
You know what I should do?
Slash WA.
I should put a Firak on my PK to get that. but I haven't even stepped into raid with it because I don't know. It's kind of difficult to find raid as a tank.
Oh yeah, 100%. And you normally have to off spec. Like I've the only time I get to raid as a tank is if I'm with a group that wants me to tank. That was it. Like I did mythic. I did the first 3 bosses of mythic in a team because they didn't. Their tank wasn't showing up or something. Just stopped showing up. So they had me swap on my DH, and I was tanking for them for a while. But you have to have a team that knows your tank's competent. Yeah.
Yeah. Aside from that, I have to go in Unholy, and I don't really know how to play Unholy. I can read well health though.
What do I use for aura text model texture? Which aura text model? Like, you gotta be more specific, Brady. I use bigwigs. One, like, you want to use something that's doing all the stuff for like mythic pluses for yourself. So like all my timers and shit that show up over here. Actually, I can show you. I think. Bards. So like my bars are like this that move into the middle of the frame once it gets the time for it. All bigwigs. Bigwigs and little wigs. Little wigs is the mythic plus stuff, and bigwigs is your raid stuff. So you see this model and stuff. And then I can move all the anchors, so messages that I need to know about, messages above, timers, info boxes, and people being in proximity of me. But all these moving ones and some of the stuff that, like, I just use normal auras. So I'll use the pre-made auras they have for me, use icons, and I'll build one of these. And then they're in the stuff, they have things that you can change to make them more cognizant. Let me see. I'll show you my flourish one that I built. So I've built most of mine. So these are all the weak auras I use for my druid. Some of them are raid, some of them are built for M+. But in this group that I've made all of these different ones. And Flourish has a bouncing effect. I think I put it in this way. This way. Oh yeah, you can import. So if you hit this import button and go to weak auras, like I'll show you the one I have. So just go weak auras, search it online, pull it into this one. You'll see the Wago, and in here there'll be class roles, or you can go into the Disc Priest genre. And here's Luxos. Luxos is pretty good. I think Luxos or Publix on most of the ones they build are really strong. This one's, they're pretty generic. He won't build everything for you, like you won't see all the stuff. But this one will build like the DPS bar above the healing bar stuff that you're doing. So you can just go in here, copy the import string, and then import it right into weak auras. Yeah. You can become real dangerous just figuring out which weak auras you really like.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Oh, thank you.
How many fucking keys have I done?
Oh, you're on stream.
Yeah, I'm streaming.
Yeah, I was like, who are you talking to?
Talking to myself. I'm that weird.
Makes sense. Every now
Oh wait,
and
so,
again.
so we're on your stream right now.
You are.
Oh, okay.
You're actually content right now. You are actually.
Yeah.
I should be paying you.
When I cringe, I don't smile. As I sit
At
down.
one point,
I think,
so
I'm cool. I think I'm cool with that.
so I built back when Shadowlands first came out. I actually had about 500 followers and 53 subs, and all I did was keys all the time. So if people popped in and like, hey, I want to do a key, I would just give them a key. So I'd get all my 20s, or at the times they were 15s. 15s done in like, I don't know, 8 hours of time, and then it was just random keys of people like, I need to do a 2 key and I'm just starting. Can you teach me stuff? And then like we just jump into a 2 and demolish it. Like, so they got free stuff out of me, and I just got followers and subs out of it, which is kind of fun.
Cool.
While I play a
Sounds
game
good.
that I like, so yeah, it's pretty fun.
Yeah. And like, are you actually able to make decent money by streaming and stuff, or?
Nah, it's more of a hobby than anything else. Meet new friends. Okay. I've met a lot of friends over the years. Just when I'm streaming, they come in and see what I'm doing. Actually, I had a Druid player come in and tell me I'm trash, and he became one of my best friends. And if Tadamont ever jumps in here, he's kind of an asshole. I'm not gonna lie to you, but he's a really good friend of mine.
Okay.
I think he's still in Germany too. He does a lot of like snorkeling and stuff, but he's over there as like a contractor. He's pretty cool.
Okay. Supposed to go talk to Alex Straza at the roof, but she's just not there. I don't know what that's about. Oh, what's up, man?
She might be tank it. I like this. I like this idea. See if all my tank shit's set up again. Do I want to use Pips as a tank? That's a good question.
Myself asking, what is there?
I could use Pips as a tank, actually. It's an agility trinket, yeah. Why wouldn't I use it like this? Yeah. I'm doing that all day. Trinkets can I use? That's it, unless I want to use mirror again. I don't think I want to use mirror at all. What was my fucking item level? 481? 482, okay. That makes sense. Whatever. Whatever. Druid things. But yeah, you should definitely try to catch up or catch a key with Ezzy. You'll feel right away that she she doesn't give a fuck if the key's going terrible as long as you get through the key.
Okay.
And she's a male wearer, so that kind of helps you out with your gear specs. So.
Okay.
Hulkamaniac? Alright, dude. Get this guy out of here.
You want me to boot him?
No, he's actually got a decent IO.
That's why I picked him. I was like, I'm gonna look past this name.
I don't know anybody playing Shadow. I don't have anybody playing Shadow Priest that much anymore though.
You
Like,
guys need a tank or DPS?
they just filled.
I mean,
Okay.
yeah, we would have taken a DPS, but I mean, we can pick one, but I mean, it's up to you. Do you?
I hate trying to kick anybody who's actually gonna try.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, it's up to you. It's your key. I'm not the bad guy here.
You're right. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah, no, don't kill anybody. Unless they're being assholes.
I'm not the bad guy. What's the key? I just saw 17.
It's a Black Rock Hold.
Oh shit. We're gonna slap it, dude.
Yeah.
Why not just use my portals? I'm being a jackass.
Wait a minute. Oh, Dark Heart ticket. Okay.
You almost got deleted off my friends list, Foxy. I didn't know who Dodo Vivo was. I was like, who the fuck is this guy?
Oh, I forgot that you were on my friends list.
Wow, there it is. Now you're actually getting down to the specifics here.
No, it was more like I thought you never added me or something like that.
No, I added you. I mean, there's certain days that I feel like I shouldn't have, but.
Hey.
Hey. Yes, sweetie. Nothing frustrates me more on a tyrannical week though when someone fucks a boss like hard, like really fucks it up.
Yeah, that's annoying.
Especially like last night we were doing a 23 fall, and we had plenty of time to time it, and then I completely shit the bed, and I'm just thinking to myself like I'm the biggest asshole right now. I was going to try to summon people, but obviously people are just walking right past me and going into the dungeon.
Oh, okay.
Right. I don't think I have a lot of weak ores for my tank either, which I'm okay with. Paladin, the Druid. I think it's just you now. No one's summoning you.
I'll be right back.
Okay. Actually, I'm gonna grab one week ore while we're waiting. I feel like I probably should have some kind of iron fur. Might as well use your time to go through it. Or your time waste and go.
It looks like Matt's faced with an important decision.
He's got 2 more projects to go. Water has been
Looks like a blink of an eye's not enough. She'd rather be staying for days now. I'd rather fix it than mess up again. She'd rather be burning it all now. I know it will end up in anger.
Oh, and I strongly encourage, I don't know what your setup is, but having 2 screens at all times is godly.
I do have a second screen. Like right now, I'm just using it to watch actually a video for the.
Did you say you're watching a video for the dungeon that you're in? Oh, or the dungeon we're getting ready to go into? Oh no.
Yeah, because I don't want to fuck it up.
Oh no, dude.
I've done it before. I'm just making sure.
Just don't worry about messing shit up. That's key one. It's one of the easiest keys. Interesting. How much have you upgraded?
What do you mean?
Like, so there's craftables out there that you can craft gear that are going to be higher if you've done high enough for it. And I don't see any craftables on you, so that's why I asked that question. Which is something we need to talk about. And then Frozen Ritz, and that they're not something you want to buy. I think maybe you're just gold insufficient. If that's the case, I can help you out with that as well.
Which did I buy that I shouldn't have? Or something I should have bought that I don't have?
No, no, no. There's just a lot of upgrades you can make,
Okay.
and then
No, I mean, I have one of my characters. I have about 140,000 gold. I sold with someone an item at one point.
have you been upgrading your gear?
Like with flight stones and crests, you mean? Yeah, pretty much whenever I can. Right now, I actually have a pretty good collection of the aspect crests, but I just don't have enough Drake crests.
Okay. Drakes are easy to farm. Did you do the storyline out there in the other area? That Emerald Dream?
Yeah.
Okay. Because doing all of that gives you a bunch, and then if you go do like normal and heroic raids, normal gives you drakes, and heroic gives you the worms. Meaning, if you do a full raid, you get a bunch out of that.
Okay. I've been doing normals. It's just like every time I try and pug a heroic, it goes horribly. Pretty much.
So you need worms, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Well, worms are your 11 through 15s. So doing dungeons with like just spamming 11s, just trashing out 11s, which you're very easily doing. So. I think you just have to get here. You know how to take your portal.
Oh, I'm in the dungeon.
Oh, are you? Sweet. Come
Yeah.
on.
Kind of an interesting comp actually, Balanced Druid, Shadow Priest with a Brett Pally.
Yeah, maybe. What's up, Star-Lord? Yeah, I've been off on mission for a month. It's been rough. Let's do this. I'm judging you, depending on how you do this.
No pressure.
No, don't feel like it's just gonna be a chill key, because me, I probably won't die, but everyone else around me might.
Okay.
And I'm trying pips on
Who
air
knows?
tank.
Maybe you'll be pleasantly surprised.
Maybe.
No, I'm sure you'll have some stuff to say, but it'll be cool. It'll be fun.
No, just chill. It'll be fun. I'll take it easy too. There's no reason to out farm myself here. Oh, do I have Soothe on my board? I don't. I'm bad. It's okay. Bear form. Nice.
Why is Mega Priest just taking so much damage?
He's a priest, and he's got 4 stacks of the Soul Blade on him.
Okay.
Can you see the Soul Blade? You can't. That's...
I mean, I was trying to dispel it, but it wasn't working.
Right.
Yeah.
It's not a dispellable. It's just a heal through. Some of them are like that too.
Okay.
And some dungeons will make you like I would say that the Throne of Tides is one of those ones where it's like you have to kind of pick and choose who you're healing, who you're dispelling, because you can't dispel that fast. There's a lot of abilities that do shit like that.
Okay.
Kill ads, kill ads, kill ads. Use a defensive for yourself, and then we all should be using defensive to live this. Maybe a big splash in this one here.
Thank you for the heads up on that one. That was really nice to have Astral Shift on for.
Right.
Oh shit.
I don't heal. It's fine. You can get mana pool back here. There's no... It's all downtime for 29 seconds. You'll judge my gameplay? Don't you dare.
Me?
No, I'm talking to Shrek. One of my friends is in chat.
Okay.
I ordered your book, by the way, and a book that wasn't the book that I ordered came in Amazon. Just for your tracking. Don't ask me. Yeah, I'm gonna rush it here. Just watch the people that get the debuff on me and dispel me as much as you can. So, like, I have 12 stacks right now. Or this other guy has 12 stacks, so he died. Because he's silly.
Okay.
But I have 5 right now, so anytime I get up to, like, 12, I would say dispel me. He killed himself by grabbing a threat before me. The spider will keep trying to put the stacks on me, but I should be fine. If it gets up to like 8, maybe get rid of it. Ooh. I can definitely do that. And it's autographed, so when you become big time, I get to sell it for monies. Let's go. Oh, that was perfect. That was a beautiful pull for me. And I don't like to stress out the healer unless you want to be stressed out. If you think that it's just going too lame and I can go faster, I'll just crush, dude. Like, it just gets very stressful and DPS will die. Like, the priest is probably going to be the first on your hit list. Like, just will die.
I mean, I'm cool with this. If you want to go a little faster, it's cool too. I mean,
we're in the deadly part of the dungeon, so I kind of don't want to do it here, but I'll do it.
Yeah.
I'll go heavier on the next ones. Big pulls like I normally do. You have to get used to my tanking, so you make yourself better, I think. That's a big deal for healers sometimes. Watch that.
I mean,
Splash,
yeah,
splash,
if you
splash,
don't
splash.
challenge yourself,
Right. Oh, that was beautiful. Fucking cat's walking away and everything. So that cat, when it jumps, puts a dot on someone, and it's not dispellable. It's just, fuck, we're gonna take a lot of damage. That's it. And if this Risen Scout ever channels Knife Dance, it just does a lot of damage, pummeling everyone, where you just have to pay attention to healing. You get a chance to just throw damage though, dude. Definitely do. Sometimes you gotta leave them behind if they're not catching up to you as tank. Alright, I control the flow. Let's go. It's Knife Dance that I can't control. Big damage. Ooh, good interrupt on that bait. Shadow. Caught it before I could even touch it.
I got you. That's actually one of the really nice things about the Daemon is the ranged interrupt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't stand restos because I jump into the pack as a cat. So it makes me jump in to catch the interrupt behind the wall.
Oh shit.
Front. And you can hide behind the wall anytime these guys are just shooting like crazy and no one's actually stopping them. And watch for volleys. Knife dance hurts. I like that comment. They said in stream that I'd leave anyone behind if I can. Like, I possibly. I remember back in the days, this dungeon was like built on warlocks having that slow ring, so you would just go pull the whole dungeon, and there's a warlock behind you just hitting you with like corruption, and the corruption would like spread to everything else and just fucking like slow everything in the world. Like, it was just good. I could pull a whole dungeon and things were just trickling into the DPS.
That's nice. Oh wait, hold on a sec.
Nope.
Okay.
Too late. Do damage
Okay,
and keep the person who gets the blade on him healed. That's all you gotta do. Do damage though. This is the one you gotta practice on. Like, there's nothing for me to do here. I need to do damage. If they use a defensive for you, then you don't have to do as much, by the way. The other guy's gonna go free for a split second. Oh, he's not even in here yet. Hello? Get in the game?
Who, me?
No, this fucking
Oh, okay.
Blitzy boy. Or, Vanguard. He was standing outside the door for a minute. Like, hey guys, what's going on? We're here to party. Hopefully I'm not hard to heal. That's a fucking...
You're really not for a druid, actually.
Literally, it's probably the best thing I've ever heard in my life. Unfortunately, like, I knew... As I was looking at my health pool, not moving.
No, you're good, man. Actually, I normally don't take druid tanks because I actually find them
Wow.
hard to heal.
Wow. Does everyone hear that? Come on. Let's be nice to the druid tanks out there.
I know. Racist against the bears.
Wow. Never heard.
I just feel like a warrior has so many more defensives. Like, I feel like if I'm healing a warrior or a paladin, they don't chunk as much. But if a druid is not well geared, then they're pretty squishy, actually.
I think the question is well, no, I'll tell you. Go look at their talent tree. A lot of people don't use raise. Yeah.
Okay.
But like DKs are the scariest for me to heal. Someone said druid healers are scary to heal. No, I think DKs are the worst. I'm gonna do that spring death knight shit. Yeah. It's not fun.
Oh, that was
just release. Come back up. You're good. Just wait on you. Oh, did you onk? Don't onk, you weirdo. You're better than that.
Why, if I released, I would have been not like at the beginning?
No, you would have been right there at they have cut points, and that cut point's back there at the last boss, like where we just ran up from.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Always know your release points. You know those, and you're a god. You're a god. This is a little more dangerous of a pull, so enjoy. Don't worry about me. Worry about everybody else.
I mean, no one's actually really taking any damage.
Right.
I'm just DPSing.
Good. That's what I like to hear. I did not pull these, so it's okay though. They're in a good spot. I definitely didn't pull these. Who's doing this to me?
That might have been me with the chain lightning.
No, I think it may be. That or the paladins just decided, hey, we need more. Bring it on. I mean, my health bar didn't move, so there's that. I'm gonna take these two.
Your health bar hasn't really moved even on the boss fight.
Oh, there's a couple that definitely will. See if I can beat this Tampa Druid in this fucking DPS race. Oh, he's so good. Getting 200 right now. Let's go. I'm good. Don't worry about me. I have my own heals. Leave me alone. Alright, every time you go up the stairs, just think slow and steady. Like that priest, not slow and steady. More like slow and rush through that boulder.
Uh-oh. Oh, man.
Hell yeah, brother. You're doing it.
Oh, I shouldn't have released that time.
You're fine. Just run back. I'll probably start pulling without you. Maybe. Or cowbell. Okay. Alright, Starlord. What have you been drinking? I'm gonna pull without you. I think I'm smart about this.
I'm actually... Where do I... Okay, I see.
Open eye, feel the waves cut through me, hypnotized by the sounds I'm breathing in. Hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight.
So on this one, that gives you a little marker on your screen that'll show you that someone's being attacked by bats. It's like a Sikkim sign from fucking hunters.
Okay.
You just pay attention to that. That's the person you probably have to heal because they're not paying attention to the fact they're being targeted by all the bats in the world. And I think they only target like 4 bats at a time now. They used to be all of them, so it would almost kill people every time.
Okay.
Now it's like 4. It's not hard. I'm in hyper damage mode, so I probably will run up the stairs in a second. Yeah, I'm gonna run.
There's someone at the top of the stairs where I... Oh, shit. Am I in the right spot? There's just like a mob there. Why not pull it?
No, just those two just sit there and fight each other. That's all they do.
Oh, yeah, okay. Oh, they don't even attack you.
Nope. And they're worth percentage if you actually kill them.
Alright, I'm here.
Good. Welcome to the fight. Alright, for this one, just he does a splash, so after every hateful gaze, he'll do a splash damage to everybody. You want to pay attention to that.
And if you get the hateful gaze, you have to run to the outside?
No, if you get the lines, the green shit, that's when you run out there. If not, you can't take 2 hateful gazes in a row. Like, I have one right now. I could take 2 with all my defensives up, which is not ideal. So pretty much that's all you're doing. You just make sure that no one takes a second hateful gaze, heal through the AoE, and make sure the green lines are on the outside wall like that Shadow Priest just did, which is very good.
Wait, how can I make sure they don't get a second hateful gaze?
You can step in front of them. So right now you don't have a hateful gaze debuff, but everyone else kind of does, minus Hulk and Tampa. Mine's going to fade in 20 seconds, meaning I can take every third.
Okay.
Run that all the way out, so it's linear. I can't take this one, so Tampa's going to hit. Or someone else took it, good. So Tampa can still take one, you can take one, and I will be able to take another one. So I'll probably take the next one. Catch up on healing. Don't think about anything else in healing right now. I'm gonna take the next Hateful Gaze. Just defensive here, it's fine. Everyone's at AoE. We'll slap. And you get pushed back from him, his boss model, by like 10 yards. So always make sure you're positioned where you won't get hit by it.
Okay.
or splash into the trash zones. I'm pulling this quite a bit here, so just be careful. And then don't be in any circles. Keep healing, don't be in any circles. That's all you gotta do. Watch your feet. Alright, Dick, stop fucking splashing before I splash. Alright, I'll stop here. Just get a good spot. Know that you have a place to get away from them if they do jump at you. Like that. Stay out of it. Good. Same thing. You're gonna keep watching, doing the same shit. That's it. Moving. Just gonna run all the way up the hill here. Now this room is a little tricky because the middle of the room has a really nasty, it'll hide that swirly underneath that rug right there. So you just pay attention and never be in the middle and be on the outsides and move around the circle.
Alright. Oh. Okay. Oh shit.
You get stunned for a decent amount of time if you do get hit. Perfect enemy forces, let's go. Alright, if you get targeted by the blade, you want to make sure that it goes to the closest wall possible and then move out of it. 3, 2, 1. And then never be in purple. That's an easy outcome.
Okay.
And then defenses right before his first volley, which I'll call it. Just you use the defensives, everyone else should be using defensives. This is the blade we're talking about, never be close to it again. We'll get down to about 16% and the other guy will jump down and try to kill him. So he can become the bigger form. Stay out of purple. Alright, he's down. We just keep killing him because he transitions faster if you kill him. Okay. Alright. In 14 seconds, he casts the nastiest hit AoE that you've ever seen. So put as much throughput healing out and get ready for the biggest chain heal of your life. Alright, I'm in defensive. I've healed myself. There's the hit. And now we're all stronger. Just keep healing. Heal, 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 heal. We have to kill that stinging swarm. See the stinging swarm debuff? Make sure you're healing that person because they get hit right hard. And they're good. Then you just catch up and do damage when you can. Now you have a dispel if someone gets caught with sleep to help them out with that. That guy's weird. I can res him. Give me a sec. Make sure everybody else lives. He's got the res. No pressure. Don't judge me.
You got this.
Heal the Mega Priest. Just heal the fuck out of him. There you go. Big hit. Tampa might be in trouble. We're good. Stinging Swarm. This is a person getting hurt. Tampa, it looks like. Good. Catch him up. Use your Cloudburst Totem. So Cloudburst Totem, heal, 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 heal. Burst Cloudburst Totem.
So I actually just took Cloudburst out of my build. I kind of actually prefer the healing stream.
No. Let me get closer to my mic and talk to you. No. Cloudburst Totem way strong.
I just like I wasn't even seeing how much healing was coming off of it. And the other thing is too is that like I feel like with healing stream you can just like keep it up like the whole time, whereas with Cloudburst it was like I would like wait for a big damage and then I would throw it down and then do a bunch of healing. And then the other thing too is that anytime I was low on mana, Cloudburst basically became useless because I didn't have enough mana to actually get the heals to make it pop off.
So think about this, just this last fight, and let me tell you how I would do it. So the first part is literally just a person is getting targeted by a sword and the tank's taking damage, and then watch out for AoE splash from purple. The rest of the time, it is throughput of you doing damage, and you have to watch the person that's getting splashed by the mage. So the mage just puts out chunks of like quarter health to half health hits, right? And you just top them up because he won't target the same person twice necessarily. He'll go like one, then another person, then it might go back to the last person. So as long as you're topping off in between when the mage does his cast, you're fine. When you go into the shadow phase though, where he does that first shadow volley and it chunks everyone like half health. If you have a cloudburst totem out and you've already spammed some healing into that, so during that he just went into demon form, I threw out a cloudburst totem, I then throw a bunch of my healing into people because they just took they're taking damage, and then cloudburst right as the hit happens, you top everyone back out, and you're not in danger zone anymore where you just splash heals with your chain heals. It saves you so much time, and you just have to be very good about cloudburst to save your mana pool, because cloudburst is your biggest AoE hit. It hits everybody.
Yeah. Okay.
It's not like your chain heal, which only hits 3 to 5 depending on how you spec it, but it's your like healing streams on a what cooldown?
Healing stream 30 seconds, but then if I were to spec into totemic recall, I could pretty much keep it up almost indefinitely every 30 seconds.
Yeah, and cloudburst is like on a 20-second cooldown or something like that, or it might be 30 seconds as well.
45.
45. Okay. Yeah, the cloudburst is like you know the big hit's getting ready to come out and happen, and as soon as that big hit happens, you reactivate cloudburst. You're not putting one down; you're popping the one you had on the ground. So you've done a bunch of healing into it.
Yeah, so that was something I never got into too. Was like to pop it before it would just expire.
Right. There is a cloudburst weak aura. Let me see.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Let me see if I can find it again. Yeah, here it is. If you go to weak auras and go to, it's called cloudburst value. It's on your screen. It'll show you the timing that's it's still active and how much it's worth if you were to hit the button.
Okay.
And it'll be up on your screen. You can move around a little bit, but like as you put a cloudburst out and you want to put healing out, like you're just pumping heals and then popping cloudburst as soon as everyone, like I need to catch up on a super amount of healing. Cloudburst is the way to go.
Okay.
But yeah, that's pretty much it. Let me see how much healing you did through other stuff. Are you using that other Riptide ability that comes from your... Yeah, you are. Primordial Wave, you cast 5 times.
Yeah.
You need to cast that as a free Riptide all the time.
Okay.
So it's another Riptide. Just think of it as another Riptide, and then that's all you have to think about.
Okay.
Or if you use it against...
It actually costs way less mana than Riptide does.
Right. And it's a free Riptide every time it's up, which I don't know what the cooldown on is anymore.
So I'm seeing a few things why I should be switching to Healing Wave, because like there's your next Healing Wave targets affected by Riptide for 40% of normal healing is less, or 40% more. We'll hit all the targets affected by your Riptide. Okay, yeah. So I mean, I think I probably should be using Healing Wave and not Healing Surge.
There are 2 builds. You can use the Healing Focus Mythic Plus one. Actually, I think it still wants to... Healing Wave Riptide is like your raid build.
Okay.
Yeah, they still use Cloudburst in your... Yeah, Cloudburst Totem still using your Mythic Plus.
And what about Healing Surge? Because like it's basically taking 11,000 mana every time instead of 7,500. But it's
Healing Surge is like... So...
only in emergencies?
Right. It's like my ability is Regrowth. and regrowth hurts a lot of your mana pool, but it's the fastest heal you have.
Okay.
But if you have, like, there's some things that make your healing surges free, and if you have a tracker for that to use the free cast of that, then that's cool.
Yeah.
But, or makes them instant and, like, cost 50% less or something. I don't remember what it is. But healing surge is good for, like, that one person that has to be healed, because chain heal is slow, cast, 1, and 2, it only heals that one target and splashes to the other ones. So it's like an AoE heal. Surge is like, I need to top this one person out that's getting hit. Like, think about Waycrest Matter and the etch off the Witch. That etch is a, I'm going to healing surge that person after I put Riptide on them. So I've identified who they are, put the Riptide on them, healing surge the fuck out of them until they're done being healed.
Yeah, I guess the thing is like the way I have my macros, well, my keybind setup is that I have like healing surge to left click and then chain heal to right click. So I could just switch out healing surge for the left click, and I could kind of have it somewhere close by or something.
That's the problem with, like, Voodoo. I think you need to get away from Voodoo and get to maybe, like, how many buttons do you have on your mouse?
I have a lot of extra buttons on my mouse.
Did you say extra, like you're not using right now?
No, I'm using them, but like I basically have like 3, like 4, so I have 12 extra mouse buttons on the side, but I just basically using those for my totems, mostly. So I don't have to like target anyone with those spells. And then I have
Go to...
mouse buttons.
Let me port back real quick with this guy and set him in town. I'm gonna go to my resto real quick, and me and you are gonna look at resto shit real quick.
Alright.
And I will show you how I play around with the healings idea. Let me see.
Okay.
To port back. And I think it's just, number one, be uncomfortable. That's the first step to you doing this learning switch. Be uncomfortable, because it's going to make you uncomfortable for a second. 2, your buttons can change, and I think Voodoo is probably something you're going to want to come off of one of these days, but I will not force anyone to do shit like that, so.
Okay.
Let me switch to Shaman real quick, and we'll talk this out.
Sure.
I think he's still in Resto, hopefully. But I put in Discord I'm streaming, so you can just see my screen.
Oh, okay, hold on.
You got to. Oh yeah, I've got a... I don't think I've even set up all my talents. Maybe I have. This is for raid? I didn't build the rest of this. Okay, so let me build the rest of this really quick. Give me a second, I'm building the rest of it. Windrush Totem is good for you too, like just to build for other people, like slow movers, like mages and shit.
I feel like there's so many totems already that having the movement speed totem was just like, I mean, I could go back into it. I just wasn't seeing, like, I mean, I guess for running mythics, maybe it's worthwhile just for speed, but I wasn't seeing like a whole lot of like use for it in actual fights. But you mean like to help get people out of like debuffs and stuff like that? You slow them down.
Just movement, man. Like for Druid, I have roar, right? And I just keep roaring us forward. Yours is
Yeah.
wind. Like when I don't have a roar up and you throw down wind speed totem, we all catch that and we get to move faster. Meaning we'll get to the next point of combat faster. Unless you're just like, I need mana here, don't throw it because you're gonna slow the group down to walk up to the next spot. But that's how I do that. So
how essential do you find Spirit Link Totem? Because it's like basically like a oh fuck button. If people are about to die, you throw it down. Is that the idea? Because I basically almost never have really used it properly, I don't think.
I don't find Spirit Link in
Mythics?
Mythics to be that great.
But in raiding, there's some...
Right, in raid there's a lot of stuff for it. Let me just change a few abilities around because I've got stuff sitting in places weird. Cast out. Chain lightning in case I want it. Primordial needs to be moved up. Okay. Capacitator totem is like your stun, right? So you want that in a good spot. I bind it to Q because most of my stuns are on Q.
Okay.
Or E is always either Dispel or Interrupt, depending on what type of team I'm on.
So for me, I put my Dispel on my third mouse button.
Keep it off your mouse. You're faster with another trigger that's not movement. If that
Like,
makes sense.
Yeah, I just feel like I have three mouse buttons, and having the Dispel on the third one's worked out pretty okay. What would you use it for instead?
Like mouse button wise, it's usually the stuff that goes on cooldown that are like big aggressive. Like if I hit this any other time on my keyboard and it fucks my rotation, what do I want to use it? That kind of thing. So come find me in Valdrakken and I'm gonna invite you.
Okay.
I'm just gonna look at my spell book because I've got a couple things that I'm missing. My stun again. I hate Totem Recall. I think it's the stupidest ability I have to take.
But do you have to take it?
It moves your totems forward. So if you're already doing something else, yes. Like you want to make sure that you're doing that.
Oh, just to have less, like to keep your cooldown.
Right.
Off cooldown. Okay. Yeah, I never grabbed it so far.
Are you using lightning or mana?
Hold on, I'll go to my other spec. Sorry, lightning or? What do you mean by that, lightning?
So your mana, or you're using the lightning storm shield, the lightning shield.
Oh, I've been using the water shield.
Yeah, use water shield for sure.
Yeah.
Hate where my flame shock is. You there. Interrupt will go down here. Shield is where it's supposed to be. So my Earth Shield is always usually like 6 or 7 because it's not something I'll cast very often because it's just drop it, let it run for a while. But
Which one, sorry?
Cloudburst? Or not
Okay.
Cloudburst, Earth Shield. When you
Okay.
put on the tank or whoever's taking damage.
Yeah, do you take extra orbit so you can have one on you and one on the tank? Or
You
just on
can.
the tank?
You can. That's
Yeah.
that's preference.
Okay.
You can remove Tampa Druid from this. We're gonna be here for a split second.
Yeah.
Rush Totem, go somewhere else. Get lost. Alright, so coming to where I'm at. These guys right here are training dummies for healers. There's also one more that's right here. That's a single target, and you can work on this if you feel like single target's the way. My primordial. Oh, this is Riptide. That's Riptide. Where's the fuck is my primordial? Okay, game. I don't have everything on my bar, so don't judge me. But what I do is I put a 4-minute timer. So if you put /SW into the game right now, /SW, a little counter will pop up. For 4 minutes, I get to heal these, and I get to heal this guy. No matter how I want to heal him, I just heal them. Right? Pretend like raid group comp. This is This is your 5 mythic plus buddies, right? Then you're not counting yourself. You're not going to cast anything on yourself unless you need to, which Druid has to keep a life bloom on themselves. We'll do, Starlord. I'll probably message you in Discord just so you're tracking. So these ones right here, yeah. So don't stop it. All right, wait for that heal to go away, and we'll clear it again.
Okay.
All right. So for 4 minutes, I'm gonna time you. I'm gonna hit your clock, so you don't have to do that at all. Okay. Remember, Riptide through chain heals. These guys have no health pool. They're bouncing on no life, meaning anytime you heal them, you'll get throughput. For 4 minutes, you're going to cast what you need to cast. Put Cloud Burst, throw them down, try to hit them all because they're all dying, and the smart heals will target these guys every time. You can bounce around to them, so say this guy gets really close to topped off and some of the other ones are low, or you want to Riptide the other guys to get more throughput because you can't reapply Riptide to the same target. Riptide 3 targets, so Riptide 1, Primordial another, Riptide the other, and then heal through those 3. Don't look at the other 2 like they're targets. So you can efficiently heal 3 people or target 3 people as you're doing this. So for 4 minutes, you're going to do as much healing as humanly possible. I'm just going to watch what you're casting. Does that work?
Yeah, the only issue is that like I can't actually cast my heals the way I normally do because they're not like in my party, but I'll try.
Right, this one's hard targeting. This is instead of having a map of them, you have them in a party frame. You have to actually hard target them on screen. I know this is gonna be a little bit harder, but it should be fine.
Yeah.
Also,
Right, cool.
healing rain needs to go down. This is 100% uptime of healing rain, and if it's not out there, like right now, see how much healing I'm doing for no fucking reason.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is healing rain. Just healing rain being an AO aggressor. All right. You ready? Get set. Begin. And you actually get a 6 target because their chain heals will bounce to this other one on the other side here too, which is kind of nice. How many times do you cast Cloud Burst?
I don't actually have it in my current spec, the Cloud Burst.
Okay. Well, pretend like you're doing your normal rotation the way you're doing it. You're either going to deplete a mana pool, which you can, but for 4 minutes, you have to keep your mana pool alive.
Okay.
There's no throughput healing through a Earth Totem. That Earth Totem will do nothing for you.
Okay.
Wait, is your mana totem been out at any point in time?
Yeah, my mana's out.
No, keep going. Keep going with whatever you have. For 4 minutes, we're going to see how much you do just throughput healing. I'm not talking about how big a heals you do. It's how much healing you've done over the time of 4 minutes.
Okay.
And if you think about it, Healing Tide, or Healing Rain, it's on a 10-second cooldown, but lasts 10 seconds, meaning every time that's getting ready to drop, it should be the next thing you go to cast. So think about it as, it's not down, I have to use it.
Okay.
Because it's just easy healing that you don't have to do anything for 10 seconds. People just get heals for no reason. You're at 215 right now. Suffering on mana.
Yes, suffering badly.
Okay. We're talking about overtime. We're not talking about right up front burst, because you are a burst healer, but at the same time, like, throughput healing. That's what we're going to talk about after you do that.
Okay.
It might be you have too much haste.
Okay.
I think your values on haste is actually limited. You don't really want too much haste. I'll have to go look at your spec here in a second. Keep going. 3 minutes. And your Spirit Link, actually, it will help if you have Spirit Link, because it's a cooldown. If you heal one target right now, it'll try to heal all of them and balance it out. How many times do you cast Ascension to heal?
Not once.
See, that's a problem. Because your Ascension also makes things cheaper, right? And doubles up every effect that you do. 4 minutes, stop. Let the trickle happen.
Okay.
Alright, so we found a couple very easy problems we can fix. Go ahead and eat your mana pool if you need to.
Okay.
Just some generic garbage. Let these all fall off and see what you did. Okay, 506.44 mil is what you did. 506 million healing. Okay, so now we're gonna reset. You're gonna get another 4 minutes. This 4 minutes, I need you to use Ascension properly. I need you to keep Healing Rain down on the ground, regardless of how much it costs. I need you to Riptide and slow heal, meaning you're gonna Riptide. You're going to make sure a Riptide's out before you cast any other heals into them. Don't use Healing Surge because your chain heals are more efficient in this point in time. If you don't have a Riptide to keep healing, so you've hit I'm out of Riptides, use your Primordial. Don't spam it. And I just want you to spam into the one skull target while you're healing with everybody else. Also, switch to Cloudburst.
Take away to get
You can look at my talents. My talents are set up to Wowhead. The Mythic Plus setup for Wowhead.
For now, I'll just dump Earth and Wall, and I can always look at it later.
Check. Alright. So this time, remember your Ascension. Your Ascension's good, and it needs to be cast. You'll get 2 casts of it, because I think it's a 3-minute cooldown.
Okay.
Ancestral Guidance also gives you a 25% increase to healing.
Okay.
So Ascension, good healing. Ancestral Guidance is a DPS or a healing, so I would probably do the healing. But you remember, if you're going to heal with Ancestral Guidance, how do you heal with it?
You would start it before you go into everything else? Is
Right.
that what you mean, or-
Like,
Yeah.
if, and not only that, but if you, let's say I don't have the mana to cast heals, you can use Ancestral Guidance and do damage to one of these dummies over here
Oh, okay. So
and
that would
heal
be-
throughput that way.
Okay.
So you're gonna gain some from being able to do damage. So even just a flame shock on one of these cleave dummies over here, or a few chain lightning casts. That's what Ancestral Guidance is for. It's like a lull in your mana pool. You still can do damage while healing people if you hit that button.
Okay.
Okay, so, and it also, as it's doing it, it'll heal 3 party members and heal them for 60k healing per second each time you target them. Alright, you ready to try it again? This time I'm going to allow you to use Bloodlust. I'm going to cast it for you, though.
Okay.
So you're going to call for it. You're going to go into Ascendance, because it's your 3-minute cooldown. You're going to get to use it twice, once at the beginning and once at 3 minutes. And you're going to ask for Bloodlust off the rip. Ready? In 3, 2, 1.
Alright, Bloodlust?
If it has Riptide on it, you don't have to cast Riptide on it again. Remember that. Don't ever double up. Primordial Wave if you need to. Cloudburst Totem needs to be down, and let it time itself out for now, because you don't know how to do experience healing with it. So just let it time out. Alright, I'm gonna call for this. You ready? Do you have Ascendance up? Or not Ascendance, Ancestral Guidance. Do you have Ancestral Guidance?
I do not, but I have Bloodlust still.
Yeah, but you're on the cooldown for it because I've given you the buff for it. You can't use it for 10 minutes.
It doesn't look like on cooldown for me for whatever reason.
Use Bloodlust during your 3-minute rip again. So you're gonna kind of pool mana, and at 3 minutes you can rip everything again. But keep going, whatever you got to splash. So keep your ring down. Yep. Riptides. You can just cast Riptides randomly because they don't cost you anything too much. They're really, really cheap. So even if you want to put 3 Riptides out in a Primordial, because Primordial's free, right? Oh, it's, it's 1.5. It's fine. 1.5. It's the cheapest Riptide. Okay. Make sure if you have a Cloudburst, because Cloudbursts are going to just puddle the stuff that you've already cast. Your Ancestral is going to come up in 2 minutes, so you should have the Ancestral Guidance up. If you don't have the mana pool, rip some damage on those other targets while putting the Ancestral, hitting Ancestral Guidance.
I can't do anything because I have no mana.
Right. Seconds. 10 seconds. And stop. I don't have your tree, so during this time that you were in it, how much does it say you healed for? Like overall, like not the how much you did, like in a hit. How much did you overall healing?
It's weird. It only says 18 million this time.
It's because when you change targets over here and hit the duelist, it put a new combat into play.
Okay.
So it took a different segment. Let me see if I can pull up the other segment. Might be able to.
Overall.
Yeah, so we can't ancestral change. So go ahead and get your mana pull back. We'll do it one more time. One more time. You're gonna be good.
All right.
So when you ancestral guidance, you're not gonna be able to turn and hit something. Just ancestral guidance alongside of your ascendance. This is gonna pump a lot of heals right at the gate. You can use them together because as you heal, it'll also convert into more healing.
Okay.
It's used both ways. And bloodlust for yourself, in case that's not a thing.
Okay. I have like a few minutes on some of the cooldowns. Do we just do it anyways, or?
No, take your time.
Okay. Like 40 seconds.
Just reading through some of the other stuff that I haven't thought about yet. That's pretty much it.
Won't you make up your mind?
How much did you use healing tide totem?
Well, I switched to Cloudburst. Oh, Healing Tide? I think I got it off once or twice. At least once.
Make sure you get it twice. It's 2.9 minute, meaning
Yeah.
you can get it twice. And it's very cheap. And think about it this way. Your Riptide throughput healing, if you're chain healing without a Riptide on something, you're doing insufficient healing. Meaning, if I don't have a Riptide on this, why am I trying to heal it? Because you just cut 20% of your healing off Riptide.
Okay.
And if you look at the
And
talent...
you have to chain heal on the target with Riptide, or it can bounce onto one Riptide?
It can bounce into the other Riptide target. So if you look at Deluge in your talent tree, it's the second one down from Riptide.
Yeah.
So anytime that a target's affected by your Healing Rain or Riptide, so even Healing Rain gives you a 20%. That's why I say keep Healing Rain down, because you're getting a 20% throughput just on Healing Rain, even if you don't want to cast the Riptide.
Okay.
And that's
Alright.
huge. 2 seconds, let me read one more thing.
And I can help you decide who you're loving now.
Um,
I'm not quite there.
remember your procs, which you might not see them, but High Tide for you, it gives you every 1,000 mana you spend, you're getting 2 chain heals. That's going to do 10% and not reduce, meaning that it's those targets for a lot of healing.
Okay.
Just remember that's, I don't know if it shows you the proc, but it's there.
Okay. No, I don't have it set up so it shows me when it hits.
I need you to put Earthen Harmony on the target that you're healing the most, like it was the tank. Or here's another one. Instead of putting on yourself, so you get the 2 charges. Let's say I put one on the tank, one on the person I'm healing. So you Riptide, Earthen Harmony, that target. Earthen Shield reduces the damage taken by 6%, and its healing is increased by 100% if the target is below 75% health, which all of these are. So keep the Earth Shield up on that guy who's Skull. He's your tank right now.
Yeah. Okay.
Alright, get ready?
Yep.
Get set. Begin. You can Bloodlust for yourself. Did you use Ancestral Guidance with this?
Yeah.
Okay, keep going. You can chill. If you want your mana pool just to rock down to 50%, by 4 minutes you're depleted. So just chill. Chill heal. They're not taking that much damage. You're never going to be this low. But don't top your mana pool out. That'd be extra stupid.
What do you mean? Don't top it off?
Don't let it go to full.
Okay.
So just chill healing. Where's your cloud burst? Oh, I see it. I see it. I think it's your first cloud burst cast though. Have you cast Healing Tide?
Healing Tide?
Yeah.
Which one is Healing Tide?
Healing Tide totem summons a totem at your feet for 10 seconds, which
yeah,
pulses.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Remember, you get to hit that one at 3 minutes again now too.
Yeah,
So,
I just hit it.
Good. So when you go for Ascension, yeah. When you go for Ascension, you're gonna get extra stuff for everything. You can chill. Get some mana back. And having a mana pot is always huge. I don't know if you have mana pots, but we can build them for you if not.
Yeah, I already used the mana pot.
That's fine.
Yeah.
You're doing good. You're at 2 minutes and you're at 330, meaning you're gonna beat your stuff by about 100 mil.
Nice.
Alright, for the next 45 seconds, I want you to chill. They're not taking any damage. You can throw damage. You can do whatever you want. Actually, don't throw any damage because it might reset your healing, and I won't be able to see it again. If you're eating, you're doing it wrong. You're actually cheating me.
You said to chill. So
I need to get my mana. Alright, get to like 50% mana. Let it just tick for the next 20 seconds. Nothing going on. Just chilling. 10 seconds. Should be Cloudburst, Ascension, Ancestral, Healing Tide. Like all the shit you could pump.
Okay.
What's the rock cooldown?
There we go.
It's 320 and you just beat your last. You have 40 seconds of free healing that's gonna make more. Where's your Cloudburst at?
It's on cooldown.
Four minutes. Stop. You beat it by about. As it's ticking, it'll probably be another 100 mil you just got out of all that. Regardless if your mana pool is garbage or not. Alright, give me 1 second. Let me swap real quick. So stay where you are.
Alright.
Alright, I have. Get my mana back and everything, but I'm going to do the same thing that you're doing.
Okay.
And you're gonna watch me for 4 minutes do all my little casts, and you're gonna watch my mana pool. And druids have the worst mana pool, meaning I will tax myself out on mana way faster than probably you could. But I'm gonna do the same shit that you just got done.
Okay.
Also, if you have like pushing of elemental powers, stuff like that, there's some throughput from that. Knowing when to use them is like, I'm going to do a fuckload of healing in the next 20 seconds, right? Because it's going to up your primary stat, which is intel, for 30 seconds.
Okay.
So there's throughput from that I won't really discuss that with you too much. Augment runes. If you have augment runes, your pots, I think verse is good for any healer really. So a verse pot, they're cheap. And then I've got all my buffs on, so I'm just gonna keep them on, and I'm gonna add my rune. I don't know if you had your rune active. If you don't know what I'm talking about, please ask questions. I'll tell you.
But the rune is for the boss, isn't it? Like for. What do you mean your rune?
So I have Howling Runes. Howling Runes are imbue your weapon with a 310 haste buff for 2 hours. And you may use something else depending on what I go looking at your consumables, and we'll talk about that after. So I'm just going to do my rotation on top of this, and I'm going to try to beat your 610 mil or whatever it was.
Alright.
And you get to see my healing done through our little details meter. Alright, I'm getting ready to start in 3, 2, 1. The beautiful thing about my healer is I'm a slow tick healer, so all I do is just put stuff out, and I think that that's enough for now, and I'll try something soon to do something else. Can't actually see my healing done overall, but I might have to change my details for that.
I mean, it feels less bad that around 2 minutes you're also pretty low on mana.
Yep. Which we will be, because these are just dumping mana. Like, we are allowed to keep healing these to get throughput.
Yeah.
Can you see how much healing I've done overall so far?
No, that's the weird thing. For you, it's like showing me like 12 million, which I'm sure is not right.
No. It keeps resetting for me too, which is weird.
Yeah.
It might be because we're in a group and it keeps, like, we're going into combat with something else. I don't know. But I'll sit here and I'll just kind of practice around. I'll swap trinkets. I'll do a whole bunch of things depending on what I need to do.
Oh, because at one point I think you hit the cleave train dummy.
Maybe.
Because there's like 3 different... There's PvP training dummy 1 and 2, and then cleave train dummy. It's like taking it on different targets.
Right.
Yeah.
And every little segment that I'm looking at, like, I'll be up to 100 mil and then it'll reset on me. And it's probably because I'm using fucking, like, Convoke the Spirits. I get a chance to hit something.
Okay.
That's why I have damage done is 198k right now. So I should just not come.
I think I have you at like 300, almost 400,000 damage done. Yeah.
But Convoke is one of those ones, like, I can go into, here, let me go into Trank. So it's just cheaper for you to watch it. I'm going to stop now because you can't see my actual total. Let me take Convoke completely off here. I can't switch talents for the next 15 seconds. Good job, me. Invoke the spirits. The only difference between my main and this, or my raid to Mythic Plus, is I'm using Shrink and I use the double dots. Meaning I can put more rejues out.
Okay.
Sucks because I have one ability that hits everything, so it convokes fucking me from showing you how much I can do. Alright. I'm not even gonna use a mana pot, by the way. I didn't use a mana pot that last one either.
Okay.
I like Blossom of Administral, but I don't think you need it. Let me actually, that's what I was gonna look up your stats. I don't think you like haste that much. Yeah, you hate haste.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Mythic Plus, your verse over crit, over haste, over mastery. And then for raid, crit, verse, mastery, haste.
I have too much haste.
Yeah. You want how much crit do you have? Like stat weights. Do you know how to look at stat weights to understand like how much you should have in every value?
I only have 14% crit.
Yeah, that should be your highest.
Okay. I've been focusing more on versatility.
Verse is good for Mythic Plus. Like if you're primarily in Mythic Plus. But if you get into raid, your raid needs to swap and be the highest.
Okay.
Okay. I'll try this again. This time I shouldn't fucking convoke anywhere, so we should be fine. Alright. I'm getting ready, I'm getting set, I'm going. And I get tree form, so I'm cheating a little bit because tree form is fucking strong. This is my don't use your mana pool too much build, so don't be upset that I won't. I'll have a mana pool probably most of this fight, hopefully.
Okay.
This is just very cyclic too. She's just the way I have to target everything. I just have to keep like run this one, ew, ow. Right now I can kind of chill because I'm almost at half and at half health already, or half mana. And here's where I cheat. My 4 minutes is up right now, but I get the ticks.
Okay.
I'm not casting. Look at me.
Because they're all hotted up.
Mm-hmm. And then for about 24 seconds pass when I get the rest of it. So right now you're on par with where my healer is if I'm not using my mana trinket, because I have a mana trinket for whenever my rejuves fall off.
Yeah.
And I also have pips, so I'm running about 600 mil, and you're definitely hitting that mark. If you're hitting that 504 or whatever it was way smaller.
Yeah, there's definitely improvement between the two.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, so that's pretty good actually then.
Right. That's why I wanted to show you that, like, you're on par with where you should be, especially when you're in a 4-minute period of just, I'm going to burn my mana pool out. You'll never do that in Raid, right? Because Raid, you're never going to be solid healing for 4 minutes. It won't work like that. It'll be like, there is a lull point, I might have to catch a dispel, but then I'm going to go back into doing a bunch more damage throughput. I can use Flame Shock, Chain Lightning, or maybe just a, your Lightning Bolt. And you just cast a few of those in between. That's your filler. And then going back into repetition of how you just did that. So how you started, if you have the cooldowns, and let's say it's this big hit's going to come off, and I'll give you a for instance. Big hit time for Nalroot, which you've seen Nalroot before. Big hit time as he goes into his second phase, and he immediately starts hitting everyone with the flame damage, because everyone's got that dot on them and they're running to touch the roots. That is a big throughput point where you go, I'm going to go into Ascendance, I'm going to go into Ancestral Guidance, and then I'm going to fucking throw as much healing done by riptiding into this one, chain healing this person, and keeping a healing circle down that a lot of people are in. And you only have to catch, what, 5 targets with your healing ring? Because that's as many people who actually target. So keeping them in it. So this is your 5 targets right here. Like if you're in Raid. So that kind of gives you an idea of like where you should be. And I'm going to tell you, people do more throughput than I do because my mana pool will get depleted before everyone else is in a raid. Because I'm a fucking druid. Like, I have to, like, splash heals, cat form. Like, I have to do a bunch of shit to keep my mana pool going.
Okay.
But yeah, now you have a kind of a guidance on, like, you just increase over a 4-minute period 100 mil healing, which is insanely good.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, no, it does make sense.
And then just going through your talents and finding
one of those changes was the cloud